on the field right now. Yeah, my defense, they yelling 3 and now. Yeah, my defense, they don't like your quarterback. So my defense, all trying to get them sacks with the ball in the air. Secondary go to work. Byron Jones, he be there, he be lying, he be lurking. If you get past him, Jeff Heath gon' hurt him. Put the ball down, go ahead and run it. I got a hot front four when they coming. Plus we got the best linebacker duo in the whole NFL. We the hot boys sizzling on fire, come to give your team hell. Clock in D, yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. See, clock in D, yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. Go defense, defense, go defense. Defense, gone, defense, defense, clock in D, yeah, it's time to go work. I know I said at the beginning of this track, man, that we had like a top 10 or like a top 5. Hot boys gearing up to be triple T, you know what I'm saying? Clock Dallas Doomsday defense. Listen what the hot boys tell them, man. Defense, put me in, coach. Yeah, we all hard hitters. Smell fresh meat, yeah, we all eating. Put me in, coach. Yeah, we all hard hitters. Smell fresh meat, yeah, we all eating. Put me in, coach. Yeah, we all hard hitters. Yeah, I smell fresh meat, yeah, we all eating. Clock in D, yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. See, clock in D, yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. Down clock in, clock in, clock in, down clock in, clock in, clock in, down clock in, clock in, clock in, clock in. Yeah, it's time to go to work. See the star on the field, you gon' meet D-Law. Thinking you an outlaw, we sending the predator. Jalen Smith scoop up the whole field, so how you gon' play here, bruh? If you release your dogs, we got a wolf hunter. LVE, tackling Dutchmen coming. If you hungry and trying to eat like Zeke, we'll send in a taco to sweep you off your feet. Now you deep in the woods. Plus we got a couple Collins. They say time and pressure make diamonds. The hot boys shining. Clock in D, yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. See, clock in D, yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. Down clock in, clock in, clock in, down clock in, clock in, clock in, down clock in, clock in, clock in. Yeah, it's time to go to work. Top 10. When the hot boys hit the field, this is what we tell them. Listen what we tell them. This is what we tell them. Go to work. Clock in D. Yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. See, clock in D. Yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. Down clock in. They say, defense wins championships. We're here in Dallas. We got a top 10. When the hot boys hit the field, this is what we tell them. Listen what we tell them. This is what we tell them. Go to work. Clock in D. Yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. See, clock in D. Yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. Down clock in, clock in, clock in, down clock in, clock in, clock in, down clock in, clock in, clock in. Yeah, it's time to go to work. See my defense, they on the field right now. Yeah, my defense, they yelling 3 and now. Yeah, my defense, they don't like your quarterback. So my defense, all trying to get them sacks with the ball in the air. Secondary go to work. Byron Jones, he be there, he be lying, he be lurking. If you get past him, Jeff Heath gon' hurt him. Put the ball down, go ahead and run it. I got a hot front four when they coming. Plus we got the best linebacker duo in the whole NFL. We the hot boys sizzling on fire, come to give your team hell. Clock in D, yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. See, clock in D, yeah, it's time to go it's time to go to work. I know I said at the beginning of this track that we had like a top 10 or like a top 5. Hot boys gearing up to be triple D, you know what I'm saying? Clock Dallas doomsday. Time to go to work. Listen what the hot boys tell them. Put me in, coach. Yeah, we all hard hitters. Smell fresh meat. Yeah, we all eating. Put me in, coach. Yeah, we all hard hitters. Smell fresh meat. Yeah, we all eating. Put me in, coach. Yeah, we all hard hitters. Yeah, I smell fresh meat. Yeah, we all eating. Clock in, D. Yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. See, clock in, D. Yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. Gone clock in, clock in, clock in, gone clock in, clock in, clock in, gone clock in, clock in, clock in. Yeah, it's time to go to work. See the star on the field, you gon' meet D-Law. Thinking you an outlaw, we sending the predator. Jalen Smith scoop up the whole field, so how you gon' play here, bruh? If you release your dogs, we got a wolf hunter. LVE, tackling Dutchmen coming. If you hungry and trying to eat like Zeke, we'll send in a taco to sweep you off your feet. Now you deep in the woods. Plus we got a couple Collins. They say time and pressure make diamonds. The hot boys shining. Clock in, D. Yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. See, clock in, D. Yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Yeah, it's time to go to work. Gone clock in, clock in, clock in, gone clock in, clock in, clock in, gone clock in, clock in, clock in, yes.
Thank you for watching West Coast. This is Antoine Woods.
Thanks for watching West Coast. Go Cowboys.
This is Ray Williams. Thank you so much for hanging out with us with Dallas Cowboy Scout.
Appreciate
My
it.
man West Coast from this buck.
Thank you for watching West Coast.
Shout out West Coast Cowboys. You know it's always love over here. Raider, Cowboy, always a Cowboy.
Did one hell of a job, and the only thing else I got to say is, how about them Cowboys?
What's up with you guys? It is your boy West Coast, man. We live in this building, man. Got the Hot Boy logo behind me. So you already know, man, we riding for them boys this morning, man. But what's up with you? It is your favorite Cowboy West Coast in the building, man. Here to do a great show this morning. Get this thing popping. Hey, I haven't got my flyer out, but I want to let you guys know that I will be live at the Cowboys versus Philadelphia game. You guys already know what it is. I'm doing every home. I don't know about every home game because that's a lot, man. That's a lot, man. I already did, 3? I didn't hit all of them so far. And I'm coming from California. You know what I'm saying? People be like, man, I can't make it to a game. West Coast is just too far, man. Bro, I'm getting on an airplane, man. It's my 3rd game. About to be my 4th game, man. Come on, man. But if you come into the game, if you're going to be in the Dallas area next week, make sure you come out and you come see your boy West Coast. Come see your favorite Cowboy West Coast, man. I will be live. I'm gonna have Jalen Smith. You guys already know Jalen Smith is our featured athlete for Cowboys packages this year. So we will have Jalen Smith at most of our events. So you will get to see an all-pro linebacker at most of our events. And we will for everything else in between. We'll have, like, we had Jalen Smith and Anthony Brown. We've had Jalen Smith and Antoine Woods. I always try to have somebody new. I always tell Jalen, I just tell Jalen, just bring one of his homeboys. You know what I'm talking about? Just bring one of your friends off the team. And as long as they're a hot boy, we fine. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, Jalen always brings a good buddy. Last time he brought out Anthony Brown. Had a lot of good time with Anthony Brown. Asked him some good questions. I know y'all ain't really happy with Anthony Brown right now, so I'm kind of hesitant on if I want to drop that. If I want to drop the video or not, because I know y'all kind of weird with Anthony Brown right now, and I'm like, I hate when I do a video on somebody, and then literally that same week they won't play as good as you guys want them to play, and then I be showing the video trying to show you guys like, yo, I'm talking to Jalen Smith, we walking, we chilling, we big time chilling, you know what I'm talking about? And the only thing y'all say in my comments is, why he chilling, walking down the hallway, why he ain't walking down the hallway in the defensive line to help? I'm like, oh my God, man, like some of y'all just be like doing too much, man, like doing too much. Just doing too much. D Money said, "What's up? I need some Hot Boy stickers." Don't trip. I got some Hot Boy stickers. I got some Hot Boy stickers that I will be sending out to the scouts, man. Scouts, you guys already know I've been slipping, and I'm back on my game. But I got some Hot Boy stickers I'm going to be sending out to the scouts. So if you are a scout, that means you are a serious Cowboy fan out to uncover truth. And you have hit that support button, that shop now button on the page. You will, between the next couple weeks, be getting your Hot Boy sticker. So make sure I have everybody's inbox so I can get everybody, all my scouts, their Hot Boy stickers. Because you guys know I try to give out gifts to the nation. I was doing raffles, but I was getting a lot of bad pushback for it because I got like 50 scouts, and I was only able to like give away like 5-7 different things. I'm gonna still do it because I like giving out stuff, so I'm gonna still do it. And Carrie, I know I still got your blanket. I'm gonna slap myself again. I know I ain't forgot. I'm gonna put it in the mail. I promise you. As soon as my mailbox stop being an Eagles fan, I got you. All right, Jamez says he need that quick. Don't trip. None of them do. Okay, Tuna, D-Money, what's up with you? Jacob, what's up with you? I got some folks on iJizzle. What up with you, iJizzle? KT-ish, what up with you? King J, what up with you? Jack in the Box, what's up with you? I ain't gonna lie, man. The names on Instagram are way more creative than the names on Facebook. Like, Facebook, I think it's like y'all really... Oh, that's because you can't really have those. Okay, I got you. Gerardo says, Salud de los Montenegro, Mexico, India. My Spanish is pretty good. Anthony says, "What's up?" It says, "Cowboy strong." What's up with you, Jacob? Hey, man, I'm repping one of my clubs out here that show me love. They always show the boy West Coast love, so I thought I might show them some love this morning. I'm rocking that 818 diehards. Hey, if you got a club out there and you want West Coast to wear your shirt on my thing, send it. Put it in the mail. I wear it. I wear a medium. I know I probably wear a large, but you know in Cali we wear our stuff small, so you know what I'm talking about. We like it fitted. So I got the 818 diehards, you know what I'm saying, out there at 818. They right up the street from me too. What up with you, Carrie? Hey, all my scouts, make sure that you paid your dues because I got my boy Stash Man working, and I'm gonna be sending out some gifts. So I need all my scouts. Do not put it in the scout inbox because I have 50,000 addresses. Inbox me your address, and I'll start getting you guys' Hot Boy stickers out. Somebody. I was going to do that anyway. What's up with you, Miss Brenda? How you doing? Travis, what's up with you? Jamez, what up with you, man? What up with you, Jamez? Offense sounded like Boise State. This offense, nothing like that Boise State. Victor says, all I want for Christmas is our boys to run all over the Patriots. That's a good one. Hey, before I get it, HMS, that's actually a good topic to start in, and I wanted to actually put that up there, but I only have 5 topics, so I'll just throw this one as a freebie, okay? This is for my boy Jamez. I think it's Jaquez, but I like calling him Jamez. It just sounds better. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm playing with you, Jamez. But there was an article put out yesterday where they were saying that the Saints and possibly the Green Bay Packers studied Boise State film on Kellen Moore when he was a quarterback and used that to be able to pinpoint what the Dallas Cowboys were doing. And at first notion, when I saw that, I was like, this is probably the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Actually, there's other stuff that I've heard that's pretty dumb, too. But I'm not going to say this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard, because I've heard some pretty dumb stuff. But this is definitely in that category of some of the dumbest stuff I've ever heard. Like, in my opinion, if I am a coach, why would I go look at film from 8 years ago when he was a player to learn calls that he possibly might use 8 years later and just not avoid the film that the Dallas Cowboys have actually put out over the last month? That don't make no damn sense at all. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. Let's just be real. There was probably a player on a team that probably watched some film. But as an organization, they did not sit up and base their game off what the Kellen Moore was going to do with this Dallas Cowboy offense from 8 years ago from Boise State. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Calls, line calls and shifts and stuff like that, a lot of that stuff is the same from last year. You guys got to remember, like, our offensive changed, but our offensive coordinator changed, but we still have the same players. And think about this. Ezekiel Elliott was not in this offense the entire offseason. Why? Because he was holding out. So if he was holding out, that means that what? You can't just create a whole nother language and your star player don't know it, or he only knows it like he only has like maybe like 3 days to learn the whole language. You're not going to do that. What you're going to do is you're going to keep a lot of those tendencies and a lot of those calls from the previous year. And remember, they played us last year. So I just don't think they listened to any, like, I don't think they went back and was like, oh my God, let's hit up our local YouTube, type in Kellen Moore at Boise State, and let's watch some video on what he did at Boise State. No, I just don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe it, because think about this. If they did, it really didn't help them that much. Why? Because at the end of the day, our offense was still scoring. We just ran out of time. We couldn't score enough points. So if Green Bay did hear our calls, why the hell they didn't use it in the fourth quarter when Dak was going up and down the field on there? You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Like, why they didn't use it then? You know what I'm saying? Like line assignments and line calls, that has nothing to do with Amari Cooper dropping the ball and then the ball bouncing off his hands and them intercepting it and then taking that ball and giving it to Aaron Rodgers and him going 63 yards down the field to score and being up 14-0. That has nothing to do with a line call. Nothing. That's nothing. Has absolutely to do with bad execution. Now, could somebody have did it? Yeah, I believe it. Somebody could have did it. It was probably a one-liner. You know, somebody, a one-offer. That's what I say. It's like one or two people might have did it. One person might have, you know, maybe Demario Davis, the linebacker. I mean, he's a smart dude. Maybe he looked at it. But I'm sorry. I just don't believe that the New Orleans Saints and the Green Bay Packers put their hopes in some calls that Kellen Moore did from 2 years ago. I mean, from 8 years ago. I just don't. That doesn't sound realistic. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't sound real, because all he'd have to do is just change the names of the codes. That's it. And then all that work you did from in college is in void. And then who's to say that the Dallas Cowboys are still even using that currently now? Unless you do what? Watch the film. I watch film, a gang of film, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, I would never watch film on a team from 8 years ago, and I would never look at calls from a team from 8 years ago. Never. Never. I would never do that. Never. It makes no sense. It's not relevant. What I would do, honestly, is I would look at the last games. Why? Because that's the team you're physically playing. The last team that's on that field right there. And to be honest with you, if you watch the Dallas Cowboys, I mean, that's why when I be doing my shows, I be like, yo, they about to run to the left. And they run to the left. And y'all be like, oh my God, West Coast called it. I be like, yeah, I did. But we also ran that play last week. That's what I be thinking, like, yeah. Let me go ahead and tap myself on the back. But we also ran that play last week. You know what I'm saying? So, like, some of this stuff, you just pay attention to it, you'll figure it out yourself. Like, you'll figure it out a lot of this stuff yourself. You'll fill out a lot of the calls yourself. Like when Dak does that thing when he picks his leg up. Like when Dak is like this, right? When Dak is like this, right? When he's up under this ball, right? He chilling right here, right? And he do this right here. He look to the left. And he do this right here. We all know what? Cooper, go to the house. Like, let's just be real. When we see Dak under the huddle and he come out and he in shotgun formation and he does this, we all know what that means. That means Cooper, shorten your route, get to the house. That's what that means. It's not rocket. I wish it was rocket science, because then it wouldn't be so easy to figure out. Like, I wish it was, but you know what's happening. When he does that, you know what's happening. When they're in a tight bunch formation, right? And the wide receiver comes from the outside in, and he stands directly behind the tight end and does this, you know what's about to happen. What's about to happen? We're about to run the ball. We're about to run the ball. Look at my boy right here said, Tremor said we're about to run. Exactly. Like if you watch your own team, you'll figure it out. Now, I'm going to keep it 100 with you. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm not even about to sit up here in front. I don't think it's a good thing, but I just don't think I need to watch YouTube to figure that out. Like, I just don't think I need to watch YouTube to figure that out in Dallas. I just don't. I think if you continue to watch your team and monitor your team, I think you'll figure it out yourself. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but that's just kind of my thoughts on that. I think, maybe somebody said it in an interview. maybe somebody, maybe like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I heard, stories of like great linebackers watching film on all types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I believe one dude might have did it. You know what I'm saying? But as a team, no. Nope. Don't believe it. All right, so let's jump into these hot topics, man, so I can flow through these things, man. Hold it real quick. All right, so let's get to these comments. Let's get to these topics real quick. So the first topic I wanted to go through, and I might, if Boss Cowboy's not able to hop on here, we might switch the fourth topic because he's supposed to talk about his article. The first topic I want to talk about, and I was going to do a video on this, but I said, hey, man, I ain't going to do a video on it. I'll just talk about it in my show. And the first question that a lot of people have been asking me is, like, on third down, Dak Prescott had 0 yards converted via pass on third down on last week's game. And then against the Green Bay Packers, Dak Prescott threw for 0 yards on third down. That means if he attempted to throw a pass, we didn't complete it, or it was intercepted, or he got sacked. You know what I'm saying? He completed 0 passes, or we ran the ball on third down. Now, in the Saints game, we saw third down. What were we doing a lot? We were either throwing the ball or we did what? Throw the ball. You know what I'm saying? He didn't really run the ball. Like, if you notice, like, Dak, as far as his athleticism plays, have kind of gone down, man. Like, I'm not saying but it just seems like Dak is a different quarterback. It feels like he's focusing more on trying to stay in the pocket and deliver the pass. Now, a lot of people are asking me, West Coast, is that the best scenario? Is that the best thing we want for our quarterback? And to be honest with you, I'm going to keep it 100 with you, man. I am actually under the impression that either Dak Prescott or his agent, I think it was his agent. You know what I'm saying? I think that someone in Dak's corner told him that, like, yo, bro, like, you can't be out here running the ball like that, man, without a contract. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even think it was Stephen Jones. Like, a large part of me wanted to think it was Stephen Jones and Jerry Jones. But at the same time, I don't even think it was Stephen Jones. I mean, Stephen Jones said it last year. Stephen Jones said it last year after the Washington Redskins game that he did not want him running. He did say it. But I'm speaking as of right now, as in facts, as of right now today. I don't really think it's really Stephen Jones or Jerry Jones that's really pushing the narrative on as far as him running the ball. I mean, I don't think so. What I honestly think is I think it's Dak's agent at this point, because you got to see it like this. The Dallas Cowboys are in a win now mode. So as much as Stephen Jones may not want him to run, and Stephen Jones did vocalize that he did not want Dak Prescott running. He said that in a press conference that he did not want him running. You know what I'm saying? Well, he didn't say he did not want him running. He just said you don't want to see a whole lot of that from your quarterback. That's what he said. And so I think right now today, I think it's more of Dak's agent kind of pushing that, because, man, there are times on third down, especially in that Saints game, where we had lanes wide open in the middle and he just would not take them. Like, there were several times. What's up with you, IG? What's up with you on YouTube? Hey, we got about 100 people on here today. There were times that Dak just would not take the lane. What's up with you, baldhead? I see you sneaking in. There were just times where Dak would not take the lanes. And to be honest with you, I don't think he's not taking the lane because he's scared or because he's this or that. I just think he's not taking the lane because he's hesitant. There's been a thought that's been put in Dak Prescott's mind about protecting himself. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, why do you protect yourself? You protect yourself because you know you have a lot at stake. What does he have at stake? $100 million freaking dollars. That's what he has at stake. $100 million. You know what I'm saying? And I think if you want to do something right now to help improve your offense, and I know a lot of people are going to be like, what are you talking about, West Coast? If you want to do something right now to dramatically improve your offensive play, I'm going to tell you what you could do. Pay your freaking quarterback, man. And I'm going to tell you why you pay your quarterback, because if you pay your quarterback, then you can get the full 100% of your quarterback. I'm going to keep it real with you guys. Right now, I don't think you're getting a 100% Dak Prescott. Why? Because you're not getting his athleticism. So when he's able to air you out like he did weeks 1 through 3, he'll air you the hell out. But guess what? There's going to come a time where we need Dak to be that that we need Dak to be that quarterback who will get up in there and take those opportunities and run and get in those and take those lanes. Well, guess what? Why would Dak do that? As much as he loved the Cowboys, why would he not do that with some type of insurance to guarantee that he's going to be okay? Like, let's just be real. If you were at a job and they were still deciding if they were going to pay you after you had already shown them that you're the best qualified for the job, how would your quality diminish? Would it diminish a little bit? It might. You might still give them A-class work, but will you stay over an extra 5 minutes for free? Hell no, you're not. Why? Because you know you're not even getting paid for what you're getting right now. Like, I hate when people take a mindset, they take an approach to a Dallas Cowboy or to an NFL player that they would not even apply to their own life. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. We need Dak to be Dak, man. We need him to be thinking about making plays and doing what he has to do to win games. And let's just be real. We all know Dak is his best when he's what? Rolling out the pocket and moving around. That's why Dak looks the best when he's losing. You want to know why? Because he ain't got no choice. When you're down 28 points, bruh, get the points. I don't give a damn how you get them. But see, when you're up in the first quarter, and when you're trying to win, or when you're trying to be this, or trying to be that, you want to be, we want to do this, and we want to be very structured, and we want to do this. Hell no, man. When you down 28 points, you doing whatever you got to do. Throw a Hail Mary to the left. We're going to do a fake punt. Whatever we got to do. We don't care. You don't care. And if you guys notice, in comeback games, we don't even care about the stats. Why? Because you just so happy you didn't lose. Like, let's just be real. If Dak wins that game against Green Bay, you don't give a damn about them 3 interceptions. Let's just be real. Like, this is a real podcast. You know what I'm saying? If we win that game, you give a damn about them 3 interceptions. I wouldn't. Why? Because I am fickle like that. That's just how I am. That's how I am. If you play, Dak, you can piss me off, but if you go out there and play well and win me a game, I might just be okay with you. But I just feel that Dak is not being able to be his 100% self. Why? Because there is a hesitation. There is a stumbling block in front of him. And the Dallas Cowboys need to remove it. Like, there's nothing else to prove, man. Like, there's nothing else to prove with Dak Prescott. Anything else as of right now is just redundant. There's nothing else to prove. The dude is a good quarterback. He may not be the best quarterback in the NFL, but he's a good quarterback. Like, you can't, like, and if you're still saying that about Dak Prescott, you don't know football, man. Either that or you just don't like the kid. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, there are just some people who just don't like him, you know what I'm saying? But to be honest with you, even if you don't like Dak Prescott, who gives a damn? If you're asking me West Coast, I want to know what I can do to make my offense better. I'm going to tell you what you can do. Pay your quarterback. Because if you pay him, he's going to be able to play with no hesitation. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, when I'm looking at film and I clearly see wide open holes, I'm like, what in the hell? Why are we not running the ball? In the Saints game, we had 2 drops on 3rd and 2. I'm going to let that sink in on you. Two drops on 3rd and 2. Now, people are going to say, well, West Coast, why? Who dropped the ball? What you mean, who dropped the ball? Why was we even throwing the ball? Like, what happened to the tuck the ball, Dak, look, tuck and run for 3 yards? Like, Dak is like 200 and something pounds. He can fall over and get 2 yards. And he's never been hurt. So the fact that they're limiting that or taking that away from him, bro, you're making him a different quarterback. Dak needs to be able to run the ball. One of his best games ever in his career. And to be honest with you, one of the best games from the Dallas Cowboys, just period. One of the best games from the Dallas Cowboys in general. I'm going to tell you what that game was. Anybody know? Anybody know? What was that game? What was one of the best games of Dallas Cowboys, Dak Prescott with Dak? I'm going to tell you what it was. Last year versus Jacksonville. And guess how many times Dak ran the ball? 8 times for 86 yards. Now, obviously, I don't want him rushing for 8. I don't want him rushing 8 times. It's 8 sets runs. But, like, there's no reason Dak can't have about 45 to 50 yards on the ground. Like, he's too athletic not to allow that to happen. Even think about this. Lamar Jackson refused to run the 40 at the combine. He refused to do anything that showed his athleticism. Why? Because he did not want them to sell. He wanted to be a quarterback. He wanted to make sure that they understood that he was not a receiver, he was not a specialist, that he was a quarterback. So he refused to do anything that would showcase his speed. And you know what they did? The first game he played in the NFL, they rushed him for 27 times. Jim Harbaugh said, I don't give a damn about that. I'm trying to win a football game. And to be honest with you, when you have quarterbacks who are paid and who can only have to focus on winning football games, you can do that. So if you're asking me right now, West Coast, what can we do to improve your offense? The only thing I can tell you right now that you can do to improve your offense is pay your quarterback. Because I feel if you pay your quarterback, you're going to get more from him. You're going to get more from him. Now, we could talk about a conversation all day about, is Dak worth $40 million? No, I don't believe Dak's worth $40 million. I do believe he's worth $2 million more than Jared Goff. And I do believe he's worth more than $2 million worth in Carson Wentz. So, you know, I don't see how anybody can say that he's not worth more money than Jared Goff and more money than Carson Wentz. I don't see that. Like, if you would like to argue me that, drop it in my inbox. You know what I'm saying? But I don't see how anybody cannot say that he's not worth more than about at least $2 million more than Jared Goff, right? At least $2 million more than Carson Wentz. And guess what? If that's the case, then guess what? He's going to get $112 million and about $35 million a year. It is what it is. Get over it. You know what I'm saying? I think we should get over that because there are more important things than $35 million. Like what? Us not making the playoffs this year or us not being successful. Like, I'm more worried about that. Like, in the offseason, I'd be thinking, oh my God, $35 million freaking dollars. That's a lot of money. But in the middle of the season, I'm like, pay that dude so we can go win some games. See how I told y'all, man, I'm real fickle when it comes to winning and losing. When it gets to the season, I'm real different. You know what I'm saying? Like, pay the man. Pay the man. And guess what? 3 weeks ago, I would have gave him 40. Like, I don't care. When the season starts, I want to win. And if this is the best action at winning, pay him. That's what I'm saying. Pay him. All right. What up with you, Brad? I'm gonna go over talk about some stuff in the comment box while you guys are what you guys are talking about. Hey, I need to know. Did you guys share? Instagram, instead of asking me, can you join my video, I'm going to ask you a question. Did you share? How you doing, Miss Robin Little? I appreciate you always inboxing me. Justice Teague, what's up with you? The Blunt, what up with you? Robin, I see you. Let's on Instagram. Will Steele, what up with you, man? My boy Will Steele Sr. Hey, Will, remember I got a rule I have one rule on my page when you come in my show. If you were a blogger, you got to check in, man. It's just like if you was a cop. Say you was a cop. And you went to another police station, you got to take your gun out and you got to leave it at that station. Why? Because you just can't be walking around the station with your pistol, man. You can't do that. Yeah, I know you a cop, but you ain't a cop here. You know what I'm saying? So, Willie Steele, you know the rule. Drop your name of your show in the box just in case somebody want to listen to you, because it's all about getting that good conversation, that good information. And I need to get you on the show one day, man. You have some good information. All right, so Starboy in the building. What's up with you? My boy Earl says Dak, $36 million a year. I love it. Starboy, what up with you, man? Starboy is the creator of Clock and Defense, one of the hottest songs in the nation right now. I've had it on I've had it at my show intro. I mean, I call it my theme song. I mean, I can do that legally until he say I can't. But yeah, my theme song. I've had that as my theme song for at least probably like 3 months now. So I mean, I absolutely love the song. So make sure you guys support us on iTunes too. Jacob, appreciate you. Brad says, preach, appreciate you, man. What's up? Jamed says, what is 28-3 came to my mind. Dak wants to master throwing the ball from inside the pocket. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't give a damn about what Dak wants to do. Like, Dak don't want to master throwing the ball from the inside the pocket. Dak wants to win football games. Like, don't nobody care about being no traditional quarterback. Like, don't nobody care about that. Like, Peyton Manning said it best. Peyton Manning said, it's not my job to throw spirals. It's my job. He actually told a quarterback this. He said, it's not your job to throw spirals. It's your job to throw it to the receiver. Like, too many people get caught up in spirals and all this other stuff. Don't nobody give a damn about that. Like, nobody cares about that. Man, go out there and win us some games, bruh. And most importantly, use whatever tools you have to. Dak is not a precision stand in the pocket quarterback. That's not even him. That's not what he was in college. Dak Prescott he ran Billy Gonzalez, His offensive coordinator had that boy moving. So the fact that the Dallas Cowboys would not even like really encourage that, considering that was something he did aggressively in college, is beyond me. It's not even allowing him to be who he is. If you want to get the best of Dak, let Dak be Dak. I'm going to see how many times I got to say it, man. Let's see. Strawberry says, thanks, bro. Asia says, tell us how you really feel. Okay, I feel you. Will says, but football talk needs to fix these run fits defense. The run defense scheme has been taking advantage of solid coaching. Hey, that's actually one of the things I wanted to talk about, and we can talk about that now. You guys know my hot topics. I just kind of I don't really go in no order. I mean, if it's something up there more important that you guys want to talk about first, we could talk about that first. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I was trying not to talk about this. Why? Because I just did a video, man. I wanted y'all to watch my video. I'm sorry, man. I wanted y'all to watch my video. It's a good video. I was watching through Walmart, and I had service the whole time. So it's a good video, and I did the video on LVE and Jalen Smith, and it's actually at the bottom down here. I can kind of just throw them all in one big old bucket. So let's go. We're going to talk about the 100 yards rushing. 100-plus yards rushing. So was it Aaron Jones had 5 yards, 106 yards rushing against the Dallas Cowboys, right? Now, before that, in 2 games before that, he had a total of 40 total yards. Now, in 1 game, he had 19 yards. In another game, he had 21 yards. So that's a total of 40 yards. So he had 40 total yards off of rushing the ball in 2 games coming into the Dallas Cowboys before that. Now, he did have 100 yards against some bums like 4 weeks ago, but they were some bums. But I'm just saying, leading up to this game, he had 40 total rushing yards. And a lot of people was been asking, like, what the hell happened? How did the Dallas Cowboys give up 100 yards in the interior D-line? I'm going to be honest with you guys. Before I can even talk about Jalen Smith and LVE, you got to talk about the dudes that's standing in front of them. And that is this. Like, my thing is this, right? If a linebacker is taking on a guard and a tackle, you know what that means? That means your defensive line did not do their freaking job. That's just being real. And I know I kind of gave Jalen Smith and LV's that portion away, but that's just being real. The reason why your team gave up 100 yards in the middle is the exact same thing the reason I told you guys when we lost to the Rams last year in the playoffs. I said this. I said the thing that scares me the most about this game is that the Los Angeles Rams have put out a tape on, and it's called How to Beat the Dallas Cowboys for Dummies. Because there's other ways that you can beat the Dallas Cowboys. You can be all sporadic and creative and throw the ball and do all these weird things, you know what I'm saying? But if you're just a dumb coach and you just want to beat the Dallas Cowboys and get on to the next week, you know what you do? You run up the middle. That's what the Rams did. That's what the Colts did. You run up the middle. Our interior D-line is not where it's supposed to be. And to be honest with you, everybody says, well, where are the hot boys at? Where are the hot boys? Well, let's just think about this. The foundation of the hot boys is the defensive line. What is the foundation of your defensive line? The D tackle. So if you don't have a D tackle that's playing fairly well or at least above average, how does that trickle down effect work? Like, your D tackle is your anchor. And you know who we've been using for that? Tristan Hill. My boy, I'm going to keep it real with you. Collins has played really good. Not Leo Collins, but Malik Collins has played good, but he's only one guy. In our 4-3 defense, you need 2 defensive tackles. Antoine Woods, remember in that Rams game, he tore his labrum. Guess what? Right now, Antoine Woods, not available. Same situation. What's happening right now with your defensive line is the exact same thing that happened in that Rams game. One, we don't have the bodies. Just to start off, we don't have the bodies. Hold up real quick. We do not have the bodies. And the bodies that we do have, the ones that we do have, Tyrone Crawford just got back last week. So he is not at full 100% either. So you have a rookie, you have Malik Collins, and you have freaking Tyrone Crawford. Now, Kerry Hyder, I'm gonna be honest with you. Kerry Hyder, I did think that he was gonna play a little bit better. I did believe that he was gonna play a little bit better. But, you know what I'm saying, things happen. You know what I'm saying? First year with the Dallas Cowboys. But I'm just looking at the factors of the players that we've already had on this team, man. The defensive line is not solidified right now. And to be honest with you, if I am a team coming in to play the Dallas Cowboys, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to just run up the middle. I'm going to run up the middle and I'm going to make your linebackers tackle. And that's what's happening right now. To be honest with you, if you know football, you should know that if you have no defensive line pressure, what do you expect your linebackers to do? You have offensive guards and offensive tackles getting all the way to the second level. Remember, guys, in football, there's 3 levels of football. You have the first level, which is your defensive line. You have your second level, which is your linebackers. And you have your third level, which is your what? Your safeties and your cornerbacks. Now, every run play is designed to help the running back get to the second level. That's the job of the offensive line. The job of the offensive line is to get your running back to the second level, to get them to the linebackers. Now, if your defensive line is not getting some type of engagement, some type of pushback on that offensive line, then guess what? Your running back is getting escorted to the damn linebacker. He's he's just opening the door and come on in. Have you ever been to Vegas and you have that guy that opens the door for you and, hey, come on in. Oh, welcome to the Marriott Hotel. That's what your offensive line is doing. Their offensive line is literally opening the door and escorting them to the linebacker. Then on top of that, think about this. When the guard gets in front of the linebacker, because the guard is now past the defensive line, if LVE's okay, the run is going to go to the left. You know what the guard does? He pulls to the left, and guess what the running back does? He runs to the right. And if LVE's I figured the play out. If they going to the left, you know what they're going to do? Since the guard is free, the guard is going to pull to the same side he pulls to, and guess what the running back's going to do? Go to the opposite side. That's all they're doing. It's textbook football. This is just textbook football. And to be honest with you, that's what you're supposed to do. We're bleeding on the inside. So it's it does not surprise me that teams are just wearing us out on the inside. It don't surprise me. Because that's what the film says. The film says if you want to beat the Dallas Cowboys, run up the middle. Why? Because our linebackers are, even though they got a lot of tackles that we got last year was on, think about this, LVE had 19 tackles in one game. And guess what? 13 of them was on Zach Ertz, who is a tight end. And that was Cowboys versus Philadelphia. He had 19 tackles, but 13 of them were on a tight end. LVE is a totally different player. 13 times trying to stop, because you got to remember, when a guard comes in front of you, you're not trying to tackle him. You're either trying to go through him or go around him. And the space gets so close that you really can't go around him. So you're trying to do what? Go through him. And I'm going to ask you, how does LVE go through a guy that's 60 pounds to 50 pounds on average bigger than him? You can't, man. You get washed. That's what you do. And then when you don't, and then I'm going to tell you what then happens, because now I'm going to tell you the phase that they're in now. I'm going to tell you the phase that JLVE and Jalen Smith are in now. They're so used to having guards and tackles putting their hands on them that now they're almost taking a step back. They're almost giving up a yard, expecting that the offensive lineman is going to get to the second level. And they're giving themselves a yard so that they can make a read step so they can make a tackle. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, that's absolutely not what you want them to do. Why? Because on running play, you want them aggressively taking on the hole. But you can't do that if you think it's going to be filled by a damn guard. Because if the guard fills that hole, guess what the running back does? He runs to the end zone. Or he gets tackled by Jeff Heath. Please. You know what I'm saying? So, if you want to fix your linebackers, man, fix that defensive line first. And to be honest with you, it has nothing to do with DeMarcus Lawrence and Robert Quinn. Because I know a lot of people well, where is Robert Quinn at? Well, they play on the end. They're not running on the end. That's what I be trying to, educate some of my people on. You got to look at where they're actually running the ball at. They're running the ball in the middle. Where does DeMarcus Lawrence play? On the end. So guess what? By the time they hike the ball and get the ball to the running back, DeMarcus Lawrence is right here, and the running back is over there. Because they're doing this. They're doing this. They're doing this. Hey, what up with you, Bob? I see you in the building, man. If that's you, Bob, let me say hello. If that's Miss Heck, I tell you hello. I sent him out 2 emails this morning, man. He should get them late night. But if that's the big homie Bob, man, just want to let you know, man, I love you, man, and we support you, bro. All right, hard hitters in the building. What up with you, my hard hitters, Mr. 311? You already know what it is. But yeah, man, that's what's happening That's what's happening. Like for real, like I remember Ray Lewis. I told this story in my video too. Ray Lewis used to always say like, you know, Ray Lewis always told this story, and it was a story on how the Baltimore Ravens came to get Tony Siragusa. Now, Tony Siragusa was a pretty big free agent that was out there on the market when he came available, right? And that same offseason, Ozzie Newsome, I think it's Ozzie Newsome, the GM for the Ravens, came to Ray Lewis and said, hey, like, what is it that we can do in this offseason to help you be a better linebacker? And you know what he said? Like, not even saying, like, get me this or get me, do that or let me play this or you know what he said? He said, man, get me a fat, nasty, deep nose tackle and put him right in the middle. Because what happens is when you do that, that allows him to play clean. Because think of this. If our defensive line was getting penetration, that means no guards and no tackles would be coming up on the linebackers. That means the defensive line takes on the guards and the tackles, which makes sense because they're about the same size. And then guess what? LVE then takes on running backs and movable quarterbacks who he's either the same size or bigger. You see how the dynamics totally change just by you getting pressure at the line? Like, just like that. So if you want your linebackers to play clean, if you want your linebackers to be able to play aggressive and fly around and get to the ball, put a fat, nasty defensive tackle in the middle right there. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't know if it's Antoine Woods. Why? Because I love me some Antoine Woods. That's my homie, man. But I do not want to come into this thinking that it's going to all have to be on Antoine Woods. Because we're going to need more than that. Why? Because we rotate. And I don't want to put that type of pressure on a guy who hasn't played in 3 weeks. Like, that's not fair. What I think the Cowboys need to do, honestly, man, we need to trade for a defensive tackle, like, for real. Like, stop playing around. And think about this. Whatever problem that we have this year, we're going to have it next year. So, I mean, what are we going to try to go in the draft and try to get another Tristan Hill? Like, no, man. Put out a 3rd-round pick and go get a damn defensive tackle. And call it a freaking day. Like, that stuff that be irking me. Go give somebody a 3rd-round pick for a defensive tackle who has high upside, who just ain't doing good. Go get him, bring him in, drop his big old in that defensive line, and watch my freaking linebackers go back to being who they are. But I'm just saying, don't talk to me about Jalen Smith and LVE until you fix that big-ass hole in the front. Like, there's a big old hole in the front of our defensive line, and y'all want to talk to me about my linebackers. Like, bro, I didn't draft Jalen Smith and LVE to be taking on guards, because if I did, I would have gotten short. I would have gotten linebackers like Sean Lee or linebackers like freaking Anthony Hitchens. And think about this. How has Sean Lee's career been taking on guards and tackles? How has his career been? Not very. It's been good, but guess what? It's also been mirrored with injuries. Why? Because we don't want Sean Lee smacking into guards and tackles 140 times. We don't want that. Like, nobody's body is going to be physically built for that. You know what I'm saying? So, man, the Dallas Cowboys, and our linebackers are coverage linebackers. Coverage linebackers. They tackle like a mug because they fly to the ball. And they're pass rushing linebackers. But, bruh, these are not run-stopping linebackers. These are not linebackers that you want taking on guards and taking on tackles multiple times in a game. You do not want that. You don't want that. Just like I don't want Dak throwing the ball 44 times a game. I don't want LV and Jalen Smith taking on guards and tackles all game. I don't want it. It's just not feasible. It's not doable. Makes no sense to me. Their bodies aren't built like that. Both of those guys have an injury history, so why would I want to try to incur more injury on them? It doesn't. It makes no sense. What makes sense is to drop a nasty D tackle in there and fix your whole problem. You fix your whole problem, man. Fix the whole problem. My boy says Vita Vea would have been a good choice, but we wouldn't have who did we get instead? I think we got Connor Williams. The Cowboys need to stop listening to Ron Marinelli and the so-called Delon Whisper. He's the one that keeps suggesting he can take scrubs and make them stars. I don't see it. Well, Punch Drunk Savage, you gotta pay attention, bro, because he has done it. He just can't do it every single year. Like, there are no Hollywood Hendersons who can win the lottery twice. Like, he turned my boy Antoine Woods into a pretty big stud. He was a practice player for Tennessee. He took Terrell McClain. Terrell McClain got paid. Remember, Terrell McClain was a nobody. He got a big old contract to go to the Texans. Who else he get paid? He has done. I mean, Malik Collins kind of was underperforming. He kind of, he's definitely done his thing. You know what I'm saying? So, and I would have had. There's nobody in that draft I would have taken over LVE. Looking at what LVE is doing now, so I wouldn't. I couldn't have taken Vita Vea. Kata says last DT Dallas had that was legit and consistent was Ratcliffe. I disagree. The last DT that they had that was legit and was balling was Antoine Woods from last year. He just got hurt. He tore his labrum. And then after he had the surgery, he got injured. He messed up his leg. So sometimes we just be reaching too far. Like, there's some really good players on this team, and there are some stuff that's been happening, but we just can't be putting ourselves in a position where we're expecting to win the lottery every single year. Like, nobody's that freaking lucky. I know some of you guys assume that people are that lucky that, like, you know what I'm saying, but that's not really how it works. But the Dallas Cowboys have taken some. They have taken some scrubber dubs, and and turned them into some solid players. It's just you cannot do that. You can't think you're going to consistently do that every year without some type of drop off or injury. And then think about this: we had a drop off and an injury in the Rams game, and we did nothing to fix that. We didn't. Tristan Hill is a project. We need a car that runs right now. Like, you ain't got no car and you need to go to work, and your mama gonna buy you a car that need to get fixed on. You like, what? No, I need a car that drives right now. I need to go to work now. It's week 5, week 6. I don't need a project. I don't need a guy that's getting better. I need a guy that's better now. Why? Because guess what? You're putting your linebackers at risk to get injured. You're putting your linebackers at risk to get dinged up. Why? Because they're getting smacked in the face by guards and tackles. And guess what? When guards and tackles are running, it's like have you ever seen the running of the Bulls? That's what it's like. Imagine Zach Martin running at you full speed. You know what I'm saying? Like, they want to fix that. Like, there's so much stuff that happens. And think about this. When you start diving up the middle, you know what else you create? Play action. The Green Bay Packers had a play action that should not have been existent, but it was. You want to know why? Because they were running up the middle, and we had to respect it. You have to stop the run. You have to. Wildcat says, yeah, I thought of that before I pressed the send button. It's all good, man. Vita Vea would have been a great choice. He would have been a good choice, but we still got to. I like the pick. I like the LV pick. You know what I'm saying? I like the LV pick. Even though I cried, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna cry. I didn't cry, but I did drop to my legs and was like, oh my God, what happened? Nia Lynn Bree, she says, Woods a monster, bruh, and you're right, we need a nasty DT. Yeah, we do. Like, we need a rotation. Your rotation is 3. A rotation is not 2. How can you rotate when you have 2 people that have to play? Let's just be real. We put our hopes in prayer that Tristan Hill was going to be able to explode in his first season in a second-round pick, and that I don't know if that has ever happened at the defensive tackle position. Like, you guys name me a defensive tackle that has exploded on the scene who was not drafted in the first round and who did not play at Alabama. I'll wait. Like, you tell me a defensive tackle who exploded on the scene, they first year in the NFL and was effective. They first year in the NFL who was not a top 10 pick and who did not play at Alabama. I'll wait. There ain't none. Why? Because you got to think, when you're playing D tackle in the NFL, you're playing against some of the best centers, some of the best guards, and they're in shape, and they're huge. This doesn't work that way. Doesn't work that way. All right. So yeah, that my fix to this is the Dallas Cowboys need to do what they did for Amari Cooper last year. I don't think we need to give up a first round pick, but I definitely think the Dallas Cowboys need to go looking out there right now and need to find out, go get a damn D tackle. Like, you could have just signed Gerald McCoy like West Coast said, but no, y'all said, West Coast, why do you got to make a video about every single person that comes available? I said, well, first off, I don't make a video about every single person that comes available. I make a video about everybody that comes available that I think we should pick up because we need them. LUV. It's like when my wife goes shopping. I remember my wife used to go to the grocery store, and I look, you know how husbands we are. We check the bank account. I love, because, in 2019, you ain't even got to ask your wife how much money you just look at the Chase card. I'm like, hell, you spent $300 at Food for Less, man. We don't need all that goddamn food, man. We ain't need $300 worth of food. My wife say, I only get stuff we need. And I start thinking, like, damn, we do need that milk. Dang, we do need that bread. I do be liking to eat ice cream at 2 o'clock in the morning. Dang, we do go through 6 people do, because we got 7. Oh, yeah, I got 5 kids, and that's 7 people. 7 people do go through juice like a mug. You know what I'm saying? So guess what? In the draft and in free agency, spend money. But like my wife be saying, I only spend money on stuff I need. I only buy stuff we need. So guess what? We need a D tackle. Go spend the damn money, man. Or you ain't gonna have your ice cream at 2 o'clock in the morning. Who gonna be pissed then? The baby's gonna be waking up wanting some cereal. You ain't got no damn milk. Why? Because you trying to be cheap. Now you got a pissed off baby in front of you. For real. And my son, he be like, are you gonna make pancakes or not? He tries to say yes or no, but he don't know the other part, so he just says, or not. Are you gonna make me pancakes or not? Yeah, man. You got to get the stuff you need, man. And guess what? In that Rams game, we needed a D tackle. And guess what? As of today, 10/9/2019, the Dallas Cowboys need a D tackle. Hey, it's about to be National Scouts Day. I forgot about that. October 24th, man. It's my birthday. It's about to be my birthday. October 24th, National Scouts Day. You already know what it is, man. Never look down because the star's up. You know what I'm saying? You already know. I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say that something else. But yeah, man, it's National Scouts Day. Come about to be my birthday in a little bit. I don't know where that came from, but yeah, man. Let me go through some of these questions real quick before I get up out of here. Is that cool? All right. So what are we talking about? All right. My boy Wildcat says, yeah, I saw that. He says, yeah, we need a big old nasty D lineman who is worth a 3rd round pick though. Honestly, I haven't really even the reason why I said 3rd round pick is because I want a value guy. Like I want somebody, I don't want to have to trade for a guy and be thinking about what I got to do in the draft. Like if this is the 2nd year that we've had this problem, just fix it. Let's just fix it, man. Just fix it and be done with it. Because if you fix the defensive the tackle, then guess what? When Antoine Woods does come back, he's going to be even better. You know what I'm saying? And then since LVE and Leighton Vander Esch, and LVE was not at practice today, I'm going to tell you guys right now, he was not at practice today. I do not know why he was not at practice. It said it was not injury related. I'm hoping that maybe he found out his lady pregnant or something. I don't know. But whatever it is that's going on in his life, he was not at practice today, and they have not put out the reason on why he was not at practice today. They just said that it was not injury related. But yeah, we got to fix this defensive tackle position. Why? Because anytime that you have a team that has a superior running game who wants to run the ball, even like the Jets who haven't won a game, what's to say that they won't just come up here and just run 40 plays up the middle and we can't stop it? And then they throw one play action pass for a deep pass. Come on, man. You got to think about that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Wildcat says, he said, did Tristan Hill play against the Packers? Yes, he did. And think about this. Ezekiel Elliott had more tackles than Tristan Hill. Bro, he's just not effective. He don't got the body playing nose tackle to be starting nose tackle in the NFL right now. He does not have the body. And I'm gonna keep it real. Tristan Hill would not be starting on any team in the NFL. He would not be on any team's defense because he gets no push. Any team, I'm gonna be honest with you, if he was on any other team, he would be inactive because he's not ready. Like, he's not ready. Like, this is what they typically do with Tristan Hill right now. They play him. Once they see he's not effective, they put him on the sideline, and he sits there. So, basically, they're waiting for a game where he can be effective. That's not how it's supposed to be in the NFL. I didn't draft you in the second round to do that. Like, our second-round picks are damn near starters by their second year. That's not going to happen with Tristan Hill. It's not going to happen. And then you still have the need there. You know what I'm saying? Taco still got 2 sacks, though. I ain't saying nothing, though. Oh, my boy says Dallas need to go get Geno Atkins from Cincy. Oh, my God. Is he on the trading block? J Farm D, don't be putting explosive stuff like that in my comments and not think I'm not going to research that and see if that is not possible. What is wrong with you, Jay? God dang, I got to write that down. Is Geno, hey, while we on the show, is Geno available? Because if he is, we need to talk about that. Like, we up here talking about all this other crap and all this other stuff. Like, I can't even really talk about Gallup and Cooper, man. Why? Because the offense is limited because the defense is not keeping them in a good position. Like, your offense is not going to slap every single week. That's just real. Like, Tom Brady had a game 2 weeks ago where they only scored 13 points. That is going to happen. But, bro, you cannot have yourself in a position where you can't stop people. Like, that just can't happen. You know what I'm saying? But we got to do something. But I appreciate you, Jay, because I'm definitely going to take a look at that if Geno is available, because we need to do something like we did with Amari Cooper. Go get a name that can go get a Band-Aid and fix it, period. We'll deal with the contract next year. Fix our problems right now. That's what we need to do with this defensive tackle. Fix our problems right now. We'll give you a contract next year. I promise. That needs to be the Cowboys' mentality. But, hey, man, my wife just pulled up, man, and I need to help her get some groceries out. You already know what it is. I got one head. Well, come say hi to him. Come say hi. Come here. You don't want to say hi to the people, Kyrie? All right, we'll forget you then. You want to say hi? Kyrie Cowboy, come here. My son turned 3, and it just got bad. I try not to say that about my kids because I always try to be positive and speak good wisdom and stuff over him. But, man, he turned 3 and just went bad.
Hi.
Say hello.
Hello.
Say I'm Kyron Cowboy.
I'm Kyron Cowboy.
And say Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Go get a defensive tackle. Tackle. Because if you do, your linebacker's going to play better. They're going to play better. And say your offense will probably play better too. Yeah, because then they ain't going to be on the field as much. Yeah, and Zeke getting 1.2 yards per carry, so I don't know what the problem is. You talking too much. You get up out of here. You trying to steal my show. All right, man. So, hey, man, y'all already know what it is. What? You better get up out of here. But, hey, man, y'all already know what it is, man. Job security. I can't have him on my show too long, man. But, yeah. My boy said there is an article at the local Cincinnati paper trading Eagles, Dunlap, Atkins. Oh, my God. Wildcat, send that to me. I need that. Like, the Cowboys need to be interested. If Geno Atkins is available, we need to be interested. I don't want to hear none of this cocky crap about, oh, no, we're good with where we are. No, we are not. No, we are not. And I'm not even panicking. Like, this is not panic. This is West Coast saying that we are 3-2, and I don't want to be 4-4. And I don't want to struggle, man. Go fix your problem, Dallas. The problem is evident. I can't even say it. The problem is there, and you see it. Go fix it. Go fix it. Go fix the problem. It's the easiest thing that the Dallas Cowboys can do right now to fix all their problems. 2 things: pay Dak and go get a defensive tackle. Drop him in the middle. When Antoine Woods comes back, he'll be even better then. Even better. My linebackers they're gonna take on less pressure. I'm about to do a whole nother show all over again. But y'all already know what I said. Y'all saw the show too. Tyler Eifert, I don't want no tight end. We don't throw to the tight ends enough for me to even talk about a tight end. But hey, man, y'all already know what it is, man. I'm about to go up here and eat some pancakes, man. Never look down because the stars up. Peace.